I challenged myself to draw for the first time in a long time using Adobe Fresco. Now, I don't know if you're aware of Adobe Fresco. It's a free app and it links directly to Adobe Express. Now, this video is sponsored by Adobe Express and they are currently offering 40% off prints and things like that inside of Adobe Express. And that image that I drew there is now on a mug. Now I'm going to show you how we do this inside of Adobe Express, and this is a lot easier than you might think. Let's dive in and take a look. Now, once you've designed or done your drawings inside of Adobe Fresco, they're really easy to add to a design inside of Adobe Express. You just come over and you'll see that you've got a folder called Photoshop, and you'll see inside of there now you've actually got your drawings that show up. You'll also have your Photoshop files, but if you're drawing inside of Adobe Fresco, they will show up inside here under the Adobe Photoshop folder. So we're going to bring this one in, and we'll see here we've got a couple of different options here. We've got this placing this as a linked image, and we've also got this converting this to an Adobe Express file. Now, the difference between these two is if I bring a file in and place it as a linked image, if I update that drawing inside of Adobe Fresco, it will then ask me if I want to update that image inside of my design in Adobe Express. However, if I want to just bring that in and capture it before I do any changes, I can just convert that into an Adobe Express file. Now, you can see that where I've done that here. So when I first did the drawings, I just kind of like went round and sketched them and brought them in as kind of like almost like wireframes, if you like, or just sketch outlines. I then thought to myself, actually what I want to do is actually bring these in but add colour to them. So what I did is I went back into Fresco and then started colouring them in, playing about with different brushes and things like that. And then I was able to come into here and actually then update. And normally it's just like a little item where it shows you and like, do you want to update it? Let me just demonstrate that. I'll do a little update on one of these and demonstrate it for you. So what I've done is I've just gone into Adobe Fresco and I just drew a little scribble just outside the edge there. And you'll see it's now asked whether we want to update that linked image. Now, we don't have to, we can just ignore that. But if we click on update, you'll see it then updates and changes the image. You can see here when it comes in, what I did is I just created a little squiggle just up in the side, up here somewhere. It's so faint. Anyway, I did a little squiggle up there. You can't see it. It's so faint you can't see it. So that's what I did, and then it just updates the image there for you. Now, the fun thing is now I can take those drawings that I've done, those handmade drawings, and then add them to a design. That's where I've added them to a mug, but I've also added them to a t-shirt. Now, you can see on the back here, this is the quality of the print of the t-shirt, and you can see on the front here that I've got my logo on there as well. Now, to get started, all you're going to do is come over to Adobe Express, click on the quick start option here, and if we type in mug, for example, we can browse templates, or we can start from a blank canvas, and that's where we can then start adding our Photoshop files or our Adobe Fresco files into this mug. Now you can see here I've got a blank one, but then I went along and started adding all of my items to this, and I was really pleased with this. You can actually view what this is going to look like, so you can make sure you've actually got the position of all of the elements in there for you. You can click on the plus item here and that will open up a bigger preview, and you can also download a PDF. You can see here I can now view what this is going to look like inside of Adobe Express, or once I've actually got it printed. It looks so realistic once I've actually added all of those items in here. Now, once you've added those in there, you're going to add that to your cart, and in order to get the discount, let me find the right screen here for you. Now, in order to get the discount, you're going to add in the code into the promo code Adobe April 26, and that's going to give you 40% off of any of the prints that you choose to do. I also chose to print some t-shirts. As you can see here, we've got the front and the back. You can see all of the previews there. You can also choose like what page you want on the front and what page you want in the back, and it gives you like those previews here. You've also got a t-shirt option, which is a football shirt, so you can print on that. Choose your size, add in your address and all the rest of it. Choose the colour of your t-shirt, add it to your cart, add the code in there. I'll put all of the details as well down in the description for you to be able to take advantage of this 40% off offer. I love this t-shirt, I'm not gonna lie. This is all like different kinds of like merch that I've been given by Adobe over the time. So we've got like my baseball cap, we've got a couple of like different soft toys. You can see I have them here. I've got this one here, and I've also got another one here that I was given at a event, and that's what I wanted to just and that's what I wanted to do, is I just wanted to kind of like capture those on the t-shirt and make something a little bit special. Go make something special yourself, take advantage of that 40% off, and if you've got any questions, drop them down in the comments, and until next time, thank you very much and bye for now.